What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host Josh, and we are back for our 5 takeaways of the match we just saw between Hoffenheim and Borussia Dortmund. It was a wild one. It was expected. I mean, in the chat, you guys were saying, Josh, should I bet over 2.5 goals? Always with Dortmund. But we found a way to get it done, and I have my 5 takeaways. I'm excited to get into it. So if you guys do enjoy this series, be sure to drop a like, drop a sub as well, and let's get into the episode now. Alright guys, so now that we've had a time to take a breath after that stressful end to the match, Dortmund picked up 3 points, 3 valuable points against Hoffenheim away from home, and it's an impressive result. I don't want to tiptoe around that because Hoffenheim are in good form. They're currently sitting in Champions League position. They are not a team to take lightly whatsoever, on top of the fact that we just came off a disappointing result and we're the away side. So getting a bounce back result was really important, and that's exactly what we kind of did. So let's start off with my first takeaway. My first takeaway is going to be Daniel Malen, because I personally think this was probably his best performance in a yellow jersey. I don't know if you guys disagree with me or not. It's interesting. He got 3 assists. He was directly a result of all 3 goals. He had 2 proper assists. The movement on the first goal I thought was incredible. The cross was picture perfect. Easy tap in for Malen. The second one was a bit of luck, but it was still the right ball to play in to put through Royce. He got lucky not making, or maybe it was skill. You'd be the judge. Either way, it was a good assist. And then the third one, it was an own goal from a good run from Daniel Malen, a good cross as well. He was entertaining all game long. Mostly played as a 4-2-3-1 as a left attacking mid. The system shifted up a little bit, which we'll get to, but I was really impressed from Malen and showing that he can kind of adapt into that winger position because we desperately need wingers. This was a big game for him, and I was really impressed. Another player who impressed me today was Manuel Akanji. And I mean, get the contract done. Get this guy long-term, man. He's been already a long-term player for this team, and he's done just about everything in the back end for us. And today, 3 huge opportunities. He stopped, in my opinion, stopped goals or stopped really good opportunities with a last-ditched effort to block a shot or get that cross that was just a tap-in for Hoffenheim. He was able to intercept it. He was just talented. He was just alert all game long, and he's a real leader at the back. I'd love to give him a new contract. He's a player who certainly deserves it and was one of the standout performers for me. If not for Daniel Malen, I'd probably give him the man of the match, but I think I'd give it to Malen because, again, we did concede 2 goals. Wasn't really any of them Akanji's faults, but Malen guaranteed that we got to 3 points. My third takeaway, guys, is going to be a shift in shape. And if you've listened to me talk throughout the season, you've heard me talk about what this personnel looks like and what system actually works with the personnel we have. To me, it's a 3-4-2-1, and literally in the watch along talking with you guys, I talked about switching shape and that I think we should give it a try, and then all of a sudden Marco Rose 2 minutes later made that switch and we ended up scoring a goal. Not that I'm saying it was directly linked to the switch, but it is an interesting one. The 3-4-2-1, where you utilize players at their best positions. You put Mats Hummels in a position where he's going to be successful. You put him in the middle of a back 3. And you may not think that changes his game entirely, but it does. You have Zagadou on the outside left, you have Akanji on the outside right for coverage, and then it allows someone like Hummels, who's, in my opinion, probably the best central defender playing the ball, to step out and pick out a pass. And how did the goal come out? Mats Hummels had the opportunity to be in the middle of the park, took a step out, picked out a perfect pass, which led to Marco Reus's goal. And that's just where you play Hummels at his strength. And at his age, if you can do that, it's going to help the team benefit. On top of that, you now have Guerrero, and it was Hazard, but it could be Meunier, whoever playing as wingbacks. You have your center mids, and then you have your cam/wingers, however you want to play it. 3-4-3, 3-4-2-1. It's Royce, it was Malen, and then, of course, it had Holland up front. It worked. It's how this team should play. I know it's not how Marco Rose wants to, but it's good to see him try to get it in. And on top of that, with the switch in system, we saw a big weakness, and that was right wing back. I said it multiple times. I know that Hazard plays wing back for Belgium. To me, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean he can do it through 34 games in the Bundesliga. And I thought Wolf really struggled at right back, and then when we switched shape, I thought Hazard struggled at right wing back. I don't think that his defensive ability is there. I think there's a hole in that right-hand side, and I think Meunier would have done the job better. Meunier's in good form, so I think that's really interesting to know that Wolf and Hazard, for me, just don't do it at the right wing back, right back position. But maybe that's an opportunity for Meunier, who's already playing good at right back, to even do it as well as right wing back. I think this system, this 3-4-2-1, is what this team has to play this season. I'm curious to see if Marco Rose agrees with me and uses it going forward. But that was a bit of a weakness for me. I thought it was a bit of a weakness all match long, and we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. And then finally, guys, my fifth and final takeaway is going to be the fact that the team persevered. We had a really disappointing opportunity. We were the favorites, hand-downs favorites in the Pokal, and we got dumped out by a second side, which, no disrespect to them, but we were obviously favorites to go through, and now we're out of the Pokal, and had to think, where do we go from here? And it was a good bounce-back performance. We got a relatively good performance. Obviously, the defensive situations in this match are somewhat concerning, but we got the job done. Big win against Hoffenheim. Still sort of going at it with Bayern for the top of the table, and allows us hopefully still to result to take a look at the Europa League as well. So I give the team credit. I give Marco Rose credit to getting this result today. It was an impressive one. And those are my 5 takeaways, guys. Let me know if you guys agree with them. If you have takeaways of your own, be sure to comment them down below. And if you guys enjoy this series, as always, you enjoy the support here on JJD TV, be sure to drop a like, drop a sub if you guys are new, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers, friends.